Hello and welcome. Excuse me for a second. Alright, that's better. Hello and welcome once again to Hour 1. As always, I'm Charlie, and this time we're taking a look at the game Mortal Kombat X. I'll be playing on the PS4, so your mileage may differ some. As always, I'll be playing the first hour of the game and giving my thoughts and impressions on it afterwards. Now, since this is a fighting game, I've actually spent some time in the practice mode, just trying to remember how to play the game and kicking around some, so I'll have some extra comments on stuff like that afterwards. And since this is also a fighting game, I wasn't quite sure how to do this, so NetherRealm's known for doing these really good story modes. We'll be playing the first hour of that, which will give a nice overview of the combat and the characters and the graphics and the sounds and just the overall package presented in this game. Like I said, I've poked around some of the other options and some of the other modes just to get a feel for the game, so I wouldn't be terrible in this video. But with all that being said, let's get to it. I guess starting the timer now, I think.
Set her down nice and easy for me.
Don't I always?
Get over here!
Quick time event.
Damn, I'm
Oh! You can fail him once or twice, I bet. That's cool. Go Kenshi! Is that evil Sub-Zero or is that Noob? Not Sub-Zero, he's breathing smoke. Or he's breathing cold, yeah. Didn't Sub-Zero get turned into a robot in the last game? But then also Noob was technically Sub-Zero. Oh, Johnny Cage. You got caged. What the? Oh, Kenshi. Whoa! If you came to this expecting some high-tier Mortal Kombat fighting, I am not your guy. Alright. There we go. X-ray. Oh! That's down. I can skip fights?
Surely you are pleased to see your friends.
Hey, it's Cabal.
You abandoned them to their deaths. I returned them to life.
a life worse than death.
One you will soon share, and my lord himself shall witness your fall.
I like how Striker's now evil, because Striker was a piece of shit. Only guy with a gun. I guess Jax had a gun at one point, but spam gun in the last game pretty nicely. Demon Jax? The demon arms are kind of cool. I like how Evil Jax has no hair but an evil goatee. And Evil Nightwolf.
Nightwolf. There.
Am I fighting Noob?
Smoke.
Oh, it's Smoke.
Smoke is dead. I.
Who the hell's a Nenra? Whoa! Jax has a brutal X-ray.
Gotcha.
Oh, if I manage to lose this now, I'm gonna be pissed. Alright, that's one down. Kill him with a nut punch.
We're gonna fix you someday.
Ready?
As always.
Tag match? Nope. Damn. Wouldn't object to getting to do this fight.
She will be the first to join me.
No!
Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Man, Rain is cool! Never thought I'd say that sentence out loud ever. Fast, too! Eat old woman, you idiot.
As the heir to my father, Shao Kahn, I, Melina, Khanum of Outworld, order your execution!
Did Melina get hotter? The answer is yes. And faster.
There will be an execution this day.
Yours.
You will atone for your descent, Melina. Your blood will make right. Up the stair path, to the fire's edge.
Again, how did Melina get Shinnok's amulet? That's not pretty.
What did my emperor see?
A mere cub, grown to be a jaguar.
We get it, you're Aztec. Alright, so that's an hour. You heard the alarm go off. So, Mortal Kombat X. Before I get going, I guess, remember, I mentioned at the start of this video that I spent a little bit of time messing around with the game so I wouldn't completely suck. Kind of wish I'd messed around a little bit more, but I've done some exploring that's not in the video, so I'll go over that first, I guess. The game has a lot of stuff. It doesn't have a kart racing mode or stuff like that, but it's got the towers back. I haven't played with them too much, but that's because I haven't had to spend a lot of time with the game just yet. All the things you expect out of a Mortal Kombat game and a modern fighting game are there. There's training rooms, there's a basic tutorial, etc., etc. And the coolest thing I found was that my fight stick worked. I didn't play I guess I didn't play this, what's it called, Injustice on my fight stick, so I actually found it kind of hard to go into Mortal Kombat with my fight stick. I didn't own it back in Mortal Kombat, not 2009, the reboot, whatever the one was officially called. It was called Mortal Kombat. I didn't have it back then, so I was actually finding it kind of hard to translate that to this Mortal Kombat game, but it does work. At least the PS3 one I have, it works in AGAC, whatever you call it. It works for the Xbox 360 and the PS3 and the PC. And it works for this PS4 game. So that boast they made about how most fight sticks will work actually works, which I think is a really cool part they didn't have to do, because, you know, they should be trying to sell stuff. But awesome, it worked. But I digress some. I like this one a lot. It looks really pretty. It feels amazingly brutal, as Mortal Kombat always should feel. It's an evolution of the best things of Injustice, which I did not like, and the best things of Mortal Kombat, the reboot, that I really did like. Mortal Kombat's back, obviously. It's brutal. It's gory. The story mode is just as good. At least I'm finding it as enjoyable as the 2009 version and Injustice's was. Combat is faster, which was my one complaint for both of those games, especially Injustice. And they've taken what I thought was the coolest thing in Injustice, which is the stage interactions, the jumps, the throwables, little things in the background, and then just how intricate the background, how in a part of the world the backgrounds feel, and really brought that over to this game. The story mode's a little weird, though. I remember there being some pretty lengthy cutscenes between fights, but not this many cutscenes, and I'm only, I guess, 2 chapters now in. I think I just finished the 2nd chapter, technically, and it feels like there's a formula. You start off each chapter with a quick time event, setting up some chain of events. You fight 3, maybe 4 fights kind of thing, and then you move on to the next character. I'm not sure how many characters they'll go through. I kind of liked how in Mortal Kombat 9 you went through almost all the characters, with 1 or 2 exceptions. I like that, which is a good showcase and let you experience what characters you might want to pursue more to get better at. But I don't know. And I'm enjoying it. The character design's really cool. The game feels solid. And this is where my gripes start. I just got done playing as Kotal Khan, and even though I was messing around in training mode with a couple of the characters that were new that looked interesting, all the old characters you've come to love and associate with Mortal Kombat feel great. Their moves are there, this whole triple style thing. It's a really cool system. It adds kind of some variety. I have certain styles I like and certain ones I don't. Some of the new guys, I didn't notice I had this reaction as badly as I started playing as Kotal Khan in the story, because I've never touched him in training. Not all the new guys are created equal, and some of them feel kind of weird to me, like they're not. The version of Kotal Khan I played in story mode had no real offensive specials, as best as I could tell. I couldn't get them to work. They were all kind of buffs. And this goes back to my gripe with the story mode of Mortal Kombat, where they'll throw you certain characters that have really complicated high-end play that maybe don't make the most sense to someone who's just trying story mode to get the new characters experience and stuff. I don't know. It's a small gripe. It's also a kind of important gripe to me, because it does create some issues where I didn't feel like I was lost on the character, but I'm like, you know, I'm not enjoying this character, and I'm sure there's lots of stuff I'd be having fun with, but story mode's not the place to figure it out, and maybe you should have picked a better. The story mode forces you into one of the styles, and maybe there's a style that's better for a first-time player of that. I don't know. I haven't really played with the styles that much. I've played with the characters I'm familiar with. But I digress some. The game's really good. Part of why this video took so long to get out was the first couple days I had it, my PS4 had some real issues getting the game to work all the way. There was some weird updating issues and some patches, and it was weird. Something about it never worked the 5 times I turned on trying to record. Like, either online wasn't working, or I couldn't get to training, or story, single player wasn't working, or everything that required an online connection was disabled at that time. Like, a different issue every time I got into the game, and I thought I'd give it a couple of days and let them sort it out. It seems to be working fine now, but I've heard the PC release of this one's kind of dead on arrival. There's a bunch of, not weird stuff with the PS4 one, but there's issues, I found at least. I don't know about the Xbox One version. Most of my friends' Xbox Ones don't play fighting games, unfortunately. I guess my final gripe with this one is, it's not free-to-play bullshit because it's not free-to-play bullshit, but there is some weird back-end monetization stuff happening on. If you've been following gaming news, you've probably heard about this. There's these buy these easy fatality coins. I haven't used one yet, but I personally don't think they're that big a deal. I've earned some just kind of messing around the game a little bit. It's makes fatalities easy. Like in the demos they were showing off before the game got released, you could like press 2 buttons in fatality and the fatality would happen. That's basically what these coins let you do. I get the outrage over buying like 20 for $5, but if you're the kind of person that's going to buy them, you're probably the kind of person who's going to buy them no matter how angry the internet gets, and they're not that big a deal. They don't fundamentally break the game, and even like unlocking all the crypt stuff via microtransaction, again, I get the outrage for it, I've heard, but again, not everyone's going to put as much time into this game as other people are, and the crypt's always been one of the coolest things in the game, kind of. It's got the art and some of the character fatalities and all. Lots of cool stuff. So, as someone who's spent a lot of time unlocking the crypt in Mortal Kombat 9, my reaction to it was, you know, if I could have paid money to unlock a bunch of this stuff, because a lot of the stuff is cool, but not totally worth the time I spent getting the coins to unlock it. I don't know. Stuff like the Goro thing being in the game, you can see it, but you can't buy it, and I get the criticism, but the criticisms out there about how there's a bunch of monetization screwing up the game aren't fair, and they're kind of just whiny at this point. They're not... I get them, but if that's what's keeping you from buying this game, don't listen to them. They're not really that big a deal. They're bullshit, don't get me wrong, but they don't fundamentally change the way the game works or break it in any way. Like, paying will not make the game better for you. It'll just open up some more of the options faster, and if you're the kind of person who's going to spend a lot of time with this game, you're not going to go down that path. But if you're looking to play this game with your friends, you're not going to do competitive play, and you maybe play it online once or twice, I'm not saying buy it, but you're not allowed to complain about it then either. You're not the people that should be upset about, hey, you can pay money to unlock all the stuff in the game, and you're probably not, if you're having the reaction, you're probably not the person that's got to do that anyway. I'm not, so whatever. On that same note, the other weird thing is there's a set character roster in the game, and they've announced the first combat pack of 4 additional guys for the game. And it's cool. It's a good roster. I like most of the characters, except for the fact that I've fought some characters already that are not fought, but they've shown up in the game where it's like, this is a rendered character. This is obviously a finished character model. I'm going to be real pissed if characters like Smoke and Nightwolf and other ones that have been shown in the game show up as DLC. And I'm a little annoyed that Tanya, a character I just fought as Kotal Khan, is one of the characters in the first Combat Pack DLC. It's shitty. Like, I just fought Rain, and Rain's cool for the first time ever, but he's not in the game! And I'd bet big money he shows up at DLC in a little bit. Like, the fact that he's functional in the game is the biggest piece of bullshit. Like, if he's just a character model in the background, okay, fine. But I fought him. I fought 2 characters that aren't available in the game just yet. And one of them's I have to pay for eventually, which means I'm assuming the other one will show up as a paid character. I don't know. I'm laughing, but I'm also kind of pissed off at this one. This one's a little horseshit. And at the same note, there's some characters that I was hoping to have in the game. I'm pretty sure they showed during... A lot of promotional video was done for this game that seemed to hint at, oh, there's these characters. Like Smoke, my favorite character in the entire franchise, was all over some of the ad campaigns for this. And he's in the story mode. He's shown up once as a zombie Smoke, but he's not in the game. There's no plans to put him in the game, so... I don't know. This is the only complaint I have, is there's obviously some microtransaction. They'll pay for the characters bullshit going on, which I wouldn't even mind so much if they hadn't, like, sites like IGN were so wrong about what the final roster of this game was, based on video they saw of characters and made the appropriate assumption, oh hey, fully rendered character model in the cutscene, probably a playable character in the game. But I digress, that's video game journalism, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. If you're not into fighting games, this game will not change your mind. It's the best Mortal Kombat I've played in a long time. If you're a big fan of the 2009 reboot, the 9, whatever it's called, it's a lot of fun. If you thought Injustice was too slow, if you thought that Mortal Kombat was too slow, this one's a hell of a lot faster. It's gory, it's bloody, it's just goddamn beautiful in motion. So yeah, I'm having a blast with it. I'm going to keep playing. Hope I'll see some of you guys online or something like that. But yeah.
Point, we split up. Jackie and I will come in from the south. You two from the west. Rendezvous here, the north entrance.
Then what? A simple pick up and go?
We bag him if he resists.
Resistance might be more possible than you think.
Don't sweat it. It comes to that, Sub-Zero won't know what hit him.
These cutscenes really are pretty long.